we gotta talk about Rouse.
Yeah. What's the pitching coach? Jordy.
Hmm?
Pitching coach's name is Jordy.
Schneider.
Jordy Schneider.
Yeah.
Does anyone have Logan's, the Dunn's text? I don't know Logan's.
You live?
You should be good here.
Okay. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but we are back, and they were just going over the introductions to both the Pittsfield Suns and the Bristol Blues. We're going to go over a little bit of the starting pitcher for the Bristol Blues, Justin Rouse. And AJ, you have a couple notes about the starting pitcher today.
Yeah, we talked to Jordy Schneider, the Blues pitching coach, before the game today, and Rouse is a freshman from University of Rhode Island, and he did not pitch this spring. He was a redshirt, so he only threw in some inter-squad scrimmages, didn't get any live varsity action. But Schneider said that he's got a live arm and he's got a couple pitches. He likes to go to that slider change-up combo, so he'll use that as his off-speed stuff. But a lot of potential out of this right-hander, and they're excited to see what we're going to get from Rouse tonight. And it's interesting because tonight will be his first start in a competitive situation, and a lot of fans will be lined up in this Muzzy Park tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see how he reacts to this atmosphere, Chris.
And they always talk about hitters when they go to each level. If you've ever seen a minor league ballpark, each level from single A, double A, triple A, if you've ever noticed, they add a deck. And the reason for that is because it's almost like the changing of an eye level, and they want to be able to see how hitters are able to adjust. For pitching, it's the same way. You have a kid who has not pitched as much as you look at both the Blues, the Suns, and even a lot of other rosters. So you wonder, what is he going to feel like? Because it's a lot different when you're pitching in front of a small crowd or your own teammates when you have an opposing team across from you.
Yeah, well, the 6-footer he's from Williamstown, New Jersey, and like we said, that atmosphere, it should be raucous here. He hasn't really pitched in front of this type of crowd before in his collegiate career, so it's going to be interesting to see how he responds. And like you said, Chris, this atmosphere, it's going to be jumping, it's going to be loud, it's going to be exciting. And obviously for Rouse, it's going to be exciting for him to get on that mound. He's going to have the juices flowing. But you always want to keep your emotions in check when you're making your first start of the year, because you don't want things to spiral out of control, especially in the early innings. The Blues are definitely looking for a big performance out of this kid. They like what they see, and they've entrusted him to give him the ball roll out there on the home opener for the Blues this season.
And as you stated, the home opener, so far, a decent crowd. I know the weather, there's a chance of precipitation, maybe a thunderstorm possibly, about 50-60% chance at 7 and 8 o'clock. But other than that, seems like the home opener is starting to really bring in the people, which it's nice to have baseball back in Bristol again.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been beautiful all day, and we're looking out on the skyline right now. The trees, the lights are on. The infield is trimmed up all nice. This just wants to make you come out here, watch some baseball, grab a hot dog. This is a great atmosphere for baseball, and I'm sure everyone is excited. And hopefully that rain stays away tonight. We get a beautiful game, and it should be a good one tonight. Blues looking to make it 3-0 on the season so far.
And both managers have exchanged cards. They went back to their dugouts. We're going to send it right back for a couple minutes so we can readjust here. When we come back, first pitch, lineups right here from Muzzy Field. Chris Saunders, AJ Fabry on the call. I'm going to get it eventually, buddy. You know I will.
Take your time. It's game one. Take your time.
We're all trying to get the kinks out right here. But right now, Muzzy Field, first game, home opener between the Bristol Blues and the Pittsfield Suns. First pitch is now going to be currently thrown out. And close enough.
That'll do.
Just a pitch out. Oh, I always get another throw. I think that second one was a tad bit closer. And that looks to be the mayor of Bristol giving a speech. And I will say, AJ, it's always nice that for another season that baseball can be back in Bristol.
Absolutely. And you see there the mayor of Bristol giving some terms of endearment to start this season here in Bristol. And you got to love when the community really comes behind this team and supports this baseball team and allows baseball to be played throughout the summer. It's a great venue. It's a historic venue. There's no reason why this should ever go away. This is a great team, a great program, and we're glad to have some baseball, some FCBL baseball here in Bristol.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. To be able to see the town, be able to really help this team and support them, that's what builds not just the character with the players, but be able to almost feel like they have a relationship with the players.
Absolutely, and you got a lot of host families who are so generous in opening up their homes to these players who come from all over the country, all over the world. There's actually one player on this roster from Canada. You got guys from Pennsylvania, West Virginia, all over. So definitely, the generosity of these host families, that allows the Bristol Blues to be competitive and to be the program, the team it is today.
Now we're going to go over the starting lineup for the Pittsfield Suns. Batting first is Chad Shade. Batting second is Brian McHale. Batting third, Dylan Faircloth. Batting fourth, Dave Matthews. Batting fifth, Alexander White. Batting sixth, Taylor Mueller. Batting seventh, Vicente Mendoza. Batting eighth, Josh Garnick. Batting ninth, Jack Kolomovic. And on the mound for the Pittsfield Suns is going to be Cage Freeney. AJ, why don't you give the defense for the Bristol Blues?
So on the mound, of course, we had Justin Rouse, and then behind the dish, it is Michael Bauman. At first base, Richard Brereton. At second base, Ian Osberg. Shortstop, Jeremy Sagan. And then third base, is Alex Leparco. Excuse me there. Left field, Ethan Hunt. Center field, Connor Nolan. He made a fantastic catch in the first inning. Saved a run and a rally from the Pittsfield Suns. And then in right field, it is Peyton Stevens. And that's your defensive lineman for the Bristol Blues.
And as we stated before, batting first is going to be the center fielder, Chad Shade from Springfield College.
Yeah, Chris, this lineup last night not able to get a lot going against the Bristol Blues pitching. Obviously, making some changes to hopefully get some more runners on base.
Rouse is ready, and let's do it. First pitch underway hits the outer half of the plate. Called a strike. First pitch at 7:03. Rouse working quickly. The 0-1. Off speed. Inside. Called a strike. Quickly 0-2.
Good mix to start here from Rouse, keeping the Pittsfield leadoff man a little off balance.
And Rouse gets the sign. Steps. Delivers. Weakly hit right back to the pitcher, Rouse. He's going to underhand it to the first baseman, Brereton. First out retired here in the top of the first.
Nice and easy for Rouse there. Get ahead in the count, get ahead, stay ahead. That's exactly what you want to see out of your starting pitcher. That's efficient right there.
I mean, I don't know if this really implies per se, but pitchers are athletes. And that showed a little bit right there.
Hey, some pitchers are more athletes than others. I don't know if you say Bartolo Colon is the most athletic guy on the mound, but Rouse did the job right there.
Next up will be Brian McHale, the shortstop. First pitch inside, call the ball, 1-0. McHale is from Babson College. 339 he was able to hit for his college. The 1-0. Lined into center. No one's going back. He's going to go to the track. It's going to get over his head to the wall. Rounding first and getting to second is McHale. And that's going to be a double for the Suns.
That was smacked there by the Suns, and nothing you can do, Nolan can do about that. He made some fantastic plays in center field last night, but all he could do was turn his back and limit the damage there. Fastball there from Rouse just kind of left that one over the plate, and that was hammered from McHale.
And we did talk to one of his teammates, Toronto, who is on the Blues, and he did mention how McHale had a heck of a year. Hit 5 home runs, along with his 339 average. First pitch is outside to the number 3 hitter, Dylan Faircloth.
Yeah, McHale definitely a contact guy, but Gennaro said he made the jump this year with the power, and you can see it right there, a double off the base of the center field fence.
Rouse comes to the set, checking over the 1-0. High 2-0. Faircloth is from Cleveland, Texas, 6 foot 200-pound junior from Northlake Community College.
Interesting to see how Rouse responds here. Gives up a